Do you want to do another one now, or do you want to do 2 tomorrow?
Let's go. We gotta go now.
Okay.
That sucks.
All right.
You were gonna help me.
Yep.
Well, at least I know it's not me. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is the preview for the podcast for this week for YouTube. Again, it's not a bag, it's not a ploy, it's not a scam. The way that this company, the way that myself and Casey are going to exist is through support, people that get behind us. Subscribe to us on Patreon where you get our podcast. We do 2 podcasts a week. For $1, you get 1. For $3, you get 2. For $5, you get, hold on. Oh, for $5, you get the 2 podcasts, and you get 2 matches from our vault every week, which is our subscription service up to this point, which has been Pivot Share. Matches that you haven't seen before aren't available anywhere. $7, you get 4 of those matches and the 2 podcasts, and the $5 and $7 tiers also get some of our exclusive concept matches. Then for $9, and this is the only one available on Patreon, you get every Saturday night that we run and tape in our studio. In addition, you get the 4 the 4 vault matches, and if you're already getting all the matches, so your concepts are in there, and the 2 podcasts every week. It's a shitload of content.
Absolutely.
You know, if you sign up now, you're going to see so much in there already to start with. It's probably the best $9 you could spend.
Right.
We're talking about the Ultimate Warrior, and I don't want to take time and bury you or me for effing up, so let's just get to the point. What were we talking about in regards to Warrior? Why are we talking about Warrior?
Oh, well, they have the biography and the Dark Side of the Ring that just came out this past week, a couple weeks ago.
Yep. And I have a huge aversion to Dark Side of the Ring's version of it. If I die and you guys make a biography of me, do you think it's at all fair to have the only person that was connected to me in that be my ex-wife?
Yeah, right.
What do you think Patrice is going to say about me? You know?
No.
Now, Vince's biography, I see a lot of internet fans say, oh, he's trying to glorify him and blah, blah, blah. No, he's not.
Yeah.
He told the truth. He had the wife that he was married to and his beautiful, lovely children who were obviously everything in the world to him.
Yeah.
You know, so that's a much better depiction. We were talking about this, and these are things that you're not going to get from other podcasts that are out there and popular, and this isn't a dig on anybody, even though there's some people I'd like to dig on, it's not. My personal connection to Ultimate Warrior, where that started was in Memphis, Tennessee, when I was down there running the roads with a guy by the name of the Missouri Tiger, Jeff Gaylord. Jeff Gaylord was with Ultimate Warrior and Steve Borden when they broke in the business early on in their first territory, working for Bill Watts and the Universal Wrestling Federation. Now, he talked about Borden, but he really talked, Jeff Gaylord, about Jim Hellwick, the Ultimate Warrior, the Dingo Warrior. That's who I knew. I knew who the Dingo Warrior was.
Yeah.
I didn't know who the Ultimate Warrior was yet, because I was in the territory. I wasn't paying attention. I don't even think he'd started for Vince yet.
Yeah.
And I think it was right at the time when Jarrett started to take Memphis or Tennessee and Texas together, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would say it's probably right about the time he got signed by Vince, now that I think about it. Gaylord would talk about this guy because of 2 things. The one thing is the dedication on the body. The other part was he had a doctorate. He was a doctor. He was a chiropractor.
Yep.
That showed Vince what, Casey? What did that show Vince?
Don't know, Rand.
Commitment.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have a doctorate?
Nope.
I don't have a doctorate. What does it take to, I can't even fathom what it would take to get a doctor's degree.
Right, yeah.
And that body, we both know what it takes to get that kind of body. We never made those personal sacrifices to do it, did we?
Yeah.
And what if we had done it?
Oh, yeah, it'd be unbelievable.
So they talk about the Ultimate Warrior, some of these guys that are jealous, not paying dues. Bullshit. He paid as many dues as you could possibly pay at that time. He worked for Bill Watts, then he went to Texas, he went to Memphis, he worked every night for as much as he could for 5 years. he worked for peanuts. Tell me one guy that's on Vince's roster right now that has done that has never worked for Vince. The only places to go then were the places I mentioned and out in Oregon for Don Owens. And there were no openings there. They were a close, tight-knit family out there in Oregon, and they weren't going to rock the boat, and they were one of the first ones to go under the last territories.
Right.
You know? The other part of it is this. I shared locker rooms with Ultimate Warrior, with Jim Hellwig, because I was coming into WWE at the time, because I was green in my career, doing a lot of extra work, non-contract work. And no, he was not the asshole the Dark Side of the Ring depicted. He was not the asshole that they depict him with, looking down at us in the business.
Yeah, tell them how you feel about Dark Side of the Ring, Rand.
Do you want me to?
Yeah, that's what we talked about earlier.
Okay, so as I say, I'm trying not to swear as much as I usually do.
Go ahead, let it out.
It's a cluster fucking fuck. They try to make us look like a sideshow act, like a freak show. It's totally one-sided. They have zero respect for anybody in the industry, except for the ones that swing from their nuts and are desperate to get on there. And they have no respect for the industry as a whole. If they did, they would not do everything so one-sided, and the Ultimate Warrior thing on Dark Side of the Ring is a perfect example of why I can't stand them. You know? Oh, now they're doing Dark Side of Football. Well, they don't know shit, dude. Dark Side of Football has already been exposed. You know, I read Joe Namath's book.
Yeah.
And they talk about you could have beers in the locker room. Everybody smoked.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about the way Wahoo McDaniels would haze Joe Namath.
Yeah.
You know? I don't understand. It's clearly just for this shock stuff to play toward the educated fan. Now I'll say this too, and it was so funny because I posted this on my Facebook page, and the Defender already chimed in. 272,000 people watch Dark Side of the Ring. 4 million Americans watch Vince's biography.
Right.
You know what I mean? So really, at the end of the day, what's what? You know? Yeah. And I'll guarantee you that those 4 million spend more money than the 272,000. You know what I mean? It's a rated program. It's on TV, and we're not. You know?
Right.
But I don't like it. I don't like people. It's the only thing on Vice that draws that much. There might be another thing or two, but as far as I knew, that was their #1 rated stuff a year ago. And it's a shame to me. It's a shame to me. You know?
Yeah.
Ultimate Warrior, did he do steroids? Everybody did them.
Yeah.
Everybody did. And like I said earlier, we didn't know that much about steroids.
Right.
When they came after Vince so hard and the media was involved, and Nancy Grace and all that crap, she was the second round of that. Prior to Nancy Grace, though, when they went after Vince, they didn't know as much about steroids. We knew they weren't good for us, but it was a sacrifice that they chose to make, just like any other professional sport up to that point. Why didn't they go after the NBA? Why didn't they go after the NFL? You know, look at those guys.
Well, they went after baseball eventually.
Eventually, but not as hard as they did WWE. And football, let's face it, with football, same thing. It was the era. You know, they went after WWE because it was easier. They could win that battle.
Yeah.
And politicians could build their name off it. Did he make those sacrifices? Yes. But why did he make those sacrifices? They like to say he was an egomaniac and all that crap. No, the man had issues. His father died when he was 13 fucking years old.
Yeah.
You know, he was being raised by his mother, and he came from a mobile home.
Yeah.
With 4 siblings, I believe. Okay.
Yeah.
He was scrawny, he was bullied, he was made fun of because he lost his father at a young age. Kids are rotten sons of bitches until somebody teaches them. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he sacrificed all that shit for not just himself, but at the end of the day, pushed for his wife and kids.
Right.
It's a sacrifice that he chose to make. Does that make him an asshole?
No.
That's what I'm trying to say. Now, we'll go ahead and wrap up the preview now. This is what we're getting at when we start talking about what we're going to talk about on the blog. I keep saying, why would you guys buy the milk? Why would you guys buy the cow if you can get the milk for free? So this is the part where we're going to cut out, and we just gave you a little sample.
You ever milked a cow, Rand?
No, I got stories about that with the Fuller family. And remind me someday to tell you about